Hello and welcome to today's video. I played some ROM hacks of Super Mario 64 and most of them have been pretty fun to me. However, Super Mario Star Road is my #1 favorite out of all of them. While this game definitely feels like a sequel to the original, it does give the player quite the challenge sometimes throughout the game. I've decided to create my list of the top 10 hardest stars in Mario Star Road. There aren't necessarily any rules for this list, as long as it's a star, it can be on the countdown. Let's begin now. Getting to 3 Toad stars in Mario 64 were all very easy. You just talk to them and the Toads will give you your reward. In Star Road, there are also 3 Toads that each give you a star. However, in this game each Toad is a bit more hidden and takes some skill to get to. The first Toad is found outside the Star Leap Tower and you can reach him from using a cannon. The second one is in the sewer section of the tower and you have to navigate through pipes to get to him. Those two aren't too bad, but the third Toad was pretty confusing for me at first. He's found in the Star Road section of the castle, and you have to long jump onto a very slanted block in the clouds to get there. The problem for me was I didn't know Mario could even walk on the slanted block since the bottom half of it is in the clouds, making me think I would just fall off immediately. If you miss any jumps, you'll fall all the way back to the outside of the castle, and it'll take a minute to get back up. Once you get the star from Toad, you'll have to use the cannon to shoot Mario back in the main area without falling. After some practice though, I don't really have much trouble with this one. At the number 9 spot, we have Aim the Turret from Course 15, Starlight Runway. If you played Mario 64, you know that aiming the cannon shots aren't exactly the easiest thing to do. Well, imagine trying to aim Mario in 5 specific spots in mid-air. That, my friends, is what this mission is all about. In Aim the Turret, there are 5 rings floating on the moon, and you have to climb up a tank to launch Mario. These rings can take forever to go through, because there's no indicator as to where you need to shoot Mario, you pretty much have to make blind shots. The good thing is, you get unlimited attempts at this, and 2 rings are accessible without the cannon, but this star is still just tedious and annoying. I often find myself spending forever on this one because I constantly miss the rings. And running all the way back to the cannon can start to feel like an eternity. If you're good at cannon shots in Mario 64, you probably won't have too much trouble with this one, though. Coming in at number 8 is Shining Down from the Treetops from Largely Forest. This stage is really where the buggy and glitchy side of Mario 64 makes its presence known. In this mission, there's a giant tree that you have to climb up. The tree has a lot of enemies, as well as horrible physics, camera controls, and invisible walls. Lakitus, Goombas, Chuckies, Spinies are chasing after you, making you a bit nervous. The tree vines have bad grab detection, so you'll have to get used to grabbing onto them from the right spot. If it's your first time playing, my advice is to take your time climbing up this tree of death, or else you'll have to fall and start all over again. For number 7, I have the first replica star of the list, found in the Sandy Secret Slide. In this game, there are a total of 130 stars, and 10 of these stars are called replicas. They are available at the end of the game once you've collected the previous 120 stars, and they are found in challenging spots in each secret stage, including the Bowser levels. For this replica star, you have to head to the Sandy Slide up the chandelier in the castle. It's found on top of the pink pipes, and getting to it is tougher than it looks. You have to perform a triple jump, then to a wall kick, to reach the top platform. The problem is aligning Mario to reach the top. It's awkward trying to angle him in a way that prevents him from falling, but at the same time lifts him parallel to the top platform so he can grab onto it. Usually it takes me several tries just to get the perfect alignment, because the pipes you stand on are really thin, so you have to make very tight jumps. The camera can really mess you up here as well. The best advice I can give is to stand near the edge of one of the pipes and then perform the triple jump. After you wall kick, move Mario in a direction mid-air that will allow him to grab the ledge of the top pipe. It takes quite a bit of practice to get this star consistently. For number 6, we have the secret star in the final Bowser stage, Bowser's Rainbow Rumble. This star is tricky because it takes some precise platforming skills. First you have to slide Mario off of the slope on the moon planet thing, then jump from one tiny platform to the next. The annoying part is 1, the fire spitter constantly shooting at you, making you have to rush your alignment, and 2, the camera always turning and trying to keep it still. The good thing is, these platforms have ledges to grab onto, but they are so small you can fall pretty easily. With enough practice though, this one shouldn't be too bad. One of the things I hate in Mario 64 are slow elevator ride missions. They usually take forever, and have obstacles that can easily make you fall. Well, here in Gloomy Garden, the red coin star mission is an elevator ride. And man, is it frustrating. Gloomy Garden was a huge difficulty curve in Mario Star Road, and this star is the main reason why. Most of the 8 red coins are located in the air that are intended to be collected through riding the elevator. The problem is that some of these coins are in difficult spots, and this whole stage is full of pits, so if you miss time one jump, you're toast. Now yes, it is possible to get all of the red coins without the elevator, but one of the coins are nearly impossible unless you make a perfect long jump from the woody walkway to the rotating donuts. Some coins require you to jump above a pit and land back on the elevator before it disappears. Not to mention the depth perception in the level is horrible, so there's been several times where I think Mario will grab onto a ledge, but instead he just falls. To make this all worse, once the elevator ride is done and you are going to get the star on the castle, the elevator doesn't exactly go back where it began. You have to climb up the tiny ledges on the side of the castle to get back up. And the most frustrating part is if you ride the whole way and miss one single red coin, so you have to go on the tedious elevator ride all over again. At number 4, we have our first 100 coin star on the list, from Stage 12 Cloud Rail Station. Sky levels in Mario games tend to be difficult, and this one is no different. There's so many places you can easily fall, such as the swinging platforms, the falling blocks, the thwomps, the train, and the giant leaves. Then you have to deal with the worst enemies in the game, the 2D bees. These bees fly very quickly, and you have to time your attacks to kill them before they bump you off the stage. There's also a blue coin switch in the stage in which the blue coins appear on top of the train, but there's a bee hovering around you, so you have to be very careful. The hardest part of this coin challenge are the platforms in the middle section of the stage. The ones aligned on the left part have some blocks that rotate, so you have to time your jumps quickly, and the ones in the middle of the stage fall after you land on them, and they are pretty thin as well. There's a good amount of coins in Cloud Rail Station, though, so finding 100 shouldn't be the issue, just trying not to fall anywhere is the main problem for this star. We've made it to the final 3 stars of the countdown. These 3 stars are the most brutal ones in the game for me, and still give me trouble to this day. For number 3, I picked the game's final challenge stage, the Hidden Palace Finale. This grand finale star has you going through a giant obstacle course. Here you will be triple jumping, wall kicking, long jumping, sliding, and doing all sorts of precise acrobatics to reach the star. Even after lots of practice, I still have trouble with this star, mainly due to 3 parts. First, the part near the beginning where you have to perform consecutive wall kicks on parallel platforms with very precise timing. Second, the section where you have to triple jump, wall kick, and ledge grab onto the vertical moving block platform. This platform can be hard to see due to the bad camera, and you have to time your jumps perfectly. The third part one have trouble with is the tiny pillar block you have to perform a triple jump on to make it to the next higher pillar. This block barely gives you any space to get momentum for a triple jump, so you'll often either run off the platform or Mario won't triple jump. It's the perfect challenge course for end game, so completing it feels satisfying. At number 2, we have the Hidden Palace Replica Star. Remember when I said each secret stage had a replica star in it? Well, the final replica in the game is found in this very stage. To be honest, though, it's not much different from completing the stage the first time, except now you have to wall kick on top of the castle roof, then slide down the left edge to find a ledge holding the replica star. This one is only a tad more difficult than the original Hidden Palace Star because of the added platforming, so that's what puts it at number 2. However, this star is not the hardest one in the game. Where do I even begin with this star? I'm sure we can all agree that Mad Musical Mess was a migraine to play through, especially if it's your first time playing through the stage. For number 1, we have the 100 coin star in Mad Musical Mess. It is nearly everything that makes a Mario 64 stage difficult. I could try to name all the areas in this stage where you could fall, but that would take forever, since literally everywhere in this stage is above a giant pit. Mad Musical Mess is full of awkward slanted platforms, slippery physics, enemies, invisible walls, tiny platforms you can easily fall off, slopes, bad camera angles, and the worst of them all? The bees. The bees are introduced in this stage, and Skilux. The creator of this game couldn't have put the bees in a worse stage. They are everywhere, especially the spots where they can easily bump Mario off the level. Then you have to go to the giant flute area for more coins, and while there are no bees, this section has Goombas and bullet bills flying at you from the flute holes. I cannot stress how many times I've died on this mission when playing through. There was one time I played, and I kid you not, 3 times in a row I died after collecting 98 or more coins due to something dumb. I even got hit by a random invisible wall out of nowhere and died in one of these attempts. I could go on and on about the 100 coins here, because it is to me, the most difficult star in Super Mario Star Road. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching my list. What was the hardest star for you in this game? Let me know. I'll see you guys later.